hello. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the livest podcast on earth, the necessary, unnecessary podcast.
Hello. Welcome to the Necessary Podcast. I'm your host, Nip Swag. This is your host, Frisco in the building, and we have two very necessary guests in this thing tonight. We got Diamond to my right, and we got Mistress to my other right.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Sexy names in this thing.
And we lit tonight for episode 142. We gonna call it The Life of the Party and the Belle of the Ball.
I never know what's gonna be called something here, so I just go with the flow.
Alright, so we're gonna start with the Belle of the Ball. Tell us about yourself, Diamond, please.
Hi everyone. My name is Diamond Brown. I have a really big financial company. I am really big in the credit and tax space. I also received a Millionaire Award in 2024 from Credit Repair Cloud. And I'm located in Tampa and Miami, Florida, but I'm from St. Petersburg, where Rod Wave is from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mistress.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's the original Georgia Peach. My artist name is Mistress, but they call me Princess because that's what I am. I give what I want and I do what I want, and I'm the life of the party. I am a nominated artist. I rap and I sing. I'm out on a few reality shows, and I'm repping the west side of Atlanta. Bankhead, what's he from?
Period.
So, stop by and give a little rap now. So, we're going to dive into who I am.
So, Frisco, we had a plethora of questions when we was getting ready. Now you just sitting there.
I mean, I have a few little. So, Princess or Mistress?
It don't really matter. Okay, so let's get into that. Mistress is the whole artist name. Princess was the name I was given, from little on up. I actually put that a part of my artistry because of, like I was saying, the Powerpuff Girls. It's three of them, right?
Yep.
Blossom is Mistress. Princess is Bubbles, because she's a crybaby. But I sing too, and then Killer is Buttercup. So I put all three together. I got them tattooed on my butt over here. And that's kind of how I get my music. So when you listen to my music, like the person singing, that's Bubbles, that's Princess. The person rapping is Killer, and then you got Mistress being sexy. So I kind of that's kind of why I like, Nikki so much, because she has all these different alter egos. So I kind of felt like, okay, cool, let me just try to channel something, and that's how I came up with it. So people call me both, but hey, you can say Princess, Mistress if you would like, but to find me on streaming services, it's just Mistress.
Okay. Mistress, I love it. That was one of my questions. I wanted to know where you got your name from.
You know what? Honestly, I was in a group called the Mistresses, me and this white girl. But it got to a point where I felt like, it was like a ebony ivory type of thing. But I kind of felt like I kind of wanted to kind of step away, because every time we would go travel to do competitions, we would lose because of her. And I was like, okay, cool, I get it. I'm more hip hop because I am ethnic.
Right.
I'm actually black and Honduran, by the way, so I know Spanish. And it just got to a point I was just like, I love you, but I'm gonna go over here. So I stepped out, wrote my first song with me singing and rapping. They didn't like it, but everyone else did. So I kept the melodic rap. So I call myself the queen of melodic rap. So one day when I get my Grammy, it will be in that category.
Come on now.
So, that's kind of where it comes from. I kept Mistress. I feel like Mistress fitted me more. Also, it's spelled Misstreess. 4 S's instead of 3. In the real world, now this is my other side. I'm a dominatrix as well.
Come on now.
So, in the real world, mistresses are like nigga side bitches. In my world, niggas are mine.
I heard that one. I thought about being a dominatrix.
Back to that. Where the money at?
Diamond, is that your name or is that
Okay. That's my name. My mom was born April 7th, and her birthstone is a diamond. She's an Aries, so that's where I get my name from.
Oh, really?
And my mom, she's an Aries as well.
Oh, I love that. Diamond Princess.
That's
Period.
what I was like.
Period.
Enough, but
Yeah.
Is
And they both will not get
Diamond, where the money at?
Oh my God, you want me to tell you how to get to the money?
Where is that though?
I mean, it's over there.
Top 3 places where, you know, you see us misspending, misinvesting, you know, what are the top 3 financial, you know, categories that we should be focused on as Black folk?
Definitely. Everybody needs to have a savings plan. That's for one. But I would say definitely investing in real estate is one. Having you an IRA, I definitely believe that. A lot of people are uneducated about like Roths and IRAs and things of that nature because we're not taught this in school.
Right.
You know, we were never taught credit, finances. All we were taught was to go to school, get an education, get a degree. Yeah, like, you know, we were conditioned to work until the day that we die. So a lot of us, you know, became 18 years old and just went straight out there, applied for an apartment, got a car, and don't know what else to do.
Called yourself
And messed up your credit. So, you know, I definitely feel like a lot of people need to be investing in some sort of something that is going to make a return on their money. If you're somebody that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars, you should have some sort of real estate portfolio.
Right.
You should have an IRA in place. You should have your accounts. Like a lot of it's people that have businesses and they don't even have business accounts. You know what I'm saying? People are not investing into their credit. It's just a lot of things that people can, you know, focus on right now when it comes to investing.
What about those who only make, let's say, $30,000 a year?
I mean, if you only make $30,000 a year, you really don't have. You can still invest into real estate because you can utilize other people's money. So, you know, it's all about. A lot of people think that you have to have so much money to get started doing certain things. You don't have to have a ton of money. You just have to know what to do with the money that you have. So you can go and get a property for as low as less as $5,000, sometimes $10,000. I have friends and myself, like I've invested in property for as low as $2,500. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a mindset thing and having access to the resources.
Diversify your bonds, nigga.
Right.
Now, I would be remiss because something's just been on my spirit all week. I guess I'm late to getting on to the Carmelo Anthony case.
Oh, shit.
And if I do not bring this up, my mom's gonna kill me. Why I didn't talk about it?
Yeah, I feel you because we haven't been talking about current events like I've been wanting to.
Right. So, tell me what your thoughts are.
Okay, real quick. Remind me what happened. Is this the boy who was sitting down and then he wanted to sit down and then something like a fight or something broke out? Like, I don't remember specifically what happened.
He went into a tent of another team.
Carmelo,
that he does,
walked into a tent.
Little black kids,
right?
Mm-hmm. And that wasn't the team that he was that he's on. So basically, that's just like you at a football, you cheer. Say we cheer, right? We cheer for Atlanta, whatever, football team, right? Mm-hmm. And we are at somebody else's, or even it could be our home team, and we got some cheerleaders. We in our tent just chilling. We and you just talking, we chilling. Next thing you know, a girl from an op team is in our team.
Well, what you doing? Like, what
I kind of get it because I would ask like, what you doing over here?
Right.
Like
You said it was raining.
Right, but even if it was raining,
right.
We're like y'all the opposites.
Right. Yeah. Why are you over here?
Why are you over here? Now I feel like I'm with Carmelo 100% because I've been through situations with people trying to bully me.
Right.
And it took everything in me not to lose everything I had behind those people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, everybody in a split second, I don't know what I would have did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, we're also talking about Texas. Like,
Okay.
we all know that Texas is a very racist state.
Right.
So
So,
this is
it's-
Texas. So what
Right.
happened when he went over to?
so when he went over there, the twin brother basically
White boy.
was right. he was basically trying to be a bully, like asking him like, what you doing in here, trying to tell him to leave. It was also 4 other teammates that were like, they basically jumped him. It was a whole fight that went down, but they're making it seem as if he was just shoved a few times. No, they jumped him. They jumped him. It was 4 boys that jumped on Carmelo. One of the other boys was distracting the coach, and they jumped him. The first time when they grabbed, the first time they kind of like pulled him in and like grabbed him by the shirt, and he was able to like get away. And you can see all of this is on video, according to what one of the witnesses was saying inside of the on the news thing. Yeah,
I was looking for the video.
I was too. I can't find it.
All of this was on video, but they sealed the case so that, of course, these past 2 years we wasn't able to see what was going on.
Right.
But my whole thing is, this is how you know that it was a whole different picture painted inside of the courtroom. Because think about this, right? And then all of this will make sense. If Carmelo said what they're saying he said, they said that when the police got there, he said it wasn't allegedly, I did it. He put his hands on me, I was defending myself. If he made all of these statements when it first happened, and this was in the report, how did everybody come up with the assumption of it being self-defense, or it was anything racist? He would have never been out and home for 2 years on a murder that he was guilty for.
Right.
People do not get bonds for first-degree murder charge.
Right.
So the fact that all of this is coming out now, why didn't we hear that he said all of this when it first happened? Because do you think Carmelo would have had all of those supporters if he antagonized those boys to jump him?
Right.
So he could do something to them.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely not.
So to me, it's very crazy to see this story being painted now, because if all of that was really the case, he would have never got a bond.
Right.
It would have been murder with intent, and he would have been already been up the road.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like it's a lot of stuff that we don't know that's being kept from us. And the reason why I don't care what nobody say. No guilty person is going to be able to be out on bond for 2 years for a murder charge. You know how many people done killed people, teens, and they done went to jail and never came home on bond? This is not adding up.
Right.
Also, the fact that he is already in state prison, not even a week after his court date, that's fishy to me.
Yeah.
because why is he already in prison? It takes at least 30 days for you to be transported right after your sentence. My man has been to prison 3 times, and each time he's been to prison, he had at least 30 days before he was sent off. And we talked for a whole 30 days before he went to wherever he was going. They're trying to hurt that baby.
They are. They're trying to get examples.
They're either going to try to kill him or they're going to poison him. And I honestly feel like somebody in the Metcalf family is over whatever prison he was sent to, because it just don't make no sense why he's already in prison.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't know anything about it.
I feel like it don't even matter if you know about it or not. It's just the same old story since we came here, for real. And it went from worse to bad to hidden worse to bad to hidden bad to worse. It's never been good. It's never been justice. It's never been equal. And we catch these scenarios every so often, and it becomes a big debate. But it's the same thing since Emmett Till all the way to the names change every couple years. Trayvon Martin, this, that, and the third. It's always these O.J. Simpson, and they be big blown out cases to put America on trial. And I think that the only time we won was O.J.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation. I've seen a lot of stuff online, as far as Twitter, as far as saying that the judge is cool with certain attorneys or something. The
DA and the father of the
so I'm looking like, in my eyes, there should be a conflict of interest, because it's almost like, okay, like, well, it's just a lot.
In Collins County, Texas, in Frisco City.
I mean,
and ain't no justice.
Well,
not Frisco City.
I'm gonna be honest.
The city of Frisco.
I don't think it's just
Ain't no
I feel like,
sunshine.
especially when it comes to any black or ethnic, especially black men.
I heard it's bad in Texas
You
though.
know.
Like you even feel it when you go there. Like we were somewhere. We were at an event, and I was actually a speaker at an event.
It's bad in
And
Florida. Mississippi,
we walked inside of a
Arkansas.
restaurant, and in this particular restaurant, there were no people of color there. And I kid y'all not, when we walked in, they sized us up and down until
Basically
we
like
walked
what you
out.
pay for. Like,
Like
basically
that's
like,
exactly how they was looking at us.
White only pies.
It's like that down, you know where Valdosta is at, down there by like,
Valdosta, Georgia.
down
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
It's some little spots around there. Like I went into Cracker Barrel and they did me. I was like, oh, I don't, like you can,
Oh, you
like
said
some
you
place you
said
can walk in, you can feel the energy. It's like, babe, just get out of here. Like you're not supposed to be here. And it's so sad. I'm looking at myself like, we have went through so much and it's still going to keep happening. Even when we leave here, it's still going to be happening. And my thing is, it's almost like hate isn't, like, it's taught.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's taught regardless of what color, who you are, and it's just like, so you mean to tell me, you guys rather pass down generations of hatred towards us, you know, the most powerful, you know, and it's just like, why though? You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter why.
I mean, no, it doesn't matter why, but I'm saying, I still have questions like, ooh,
When I was younger, I used to wonder why this guy and that guy wanted to do X, Y, and Z. And when I got old enough to realize I don't give a fuck why, it's up. And it's been up.
Yeah, but, you
and
know,
we refuse to look at the fact that it's been up. And, you know, I'm not marching no damn where. Call me when the revolution starts. I'm not walking. And, you know, it should have been happening.
yeah, true.
Now I'm not walking anywhere.
I'm not walking from Africa to Afghanistan.
I mean,
Tell me where they getting it up at, and we up.
I get it, you know, it's just,
Why not?
it's just unfortunate and sad, and I'm like, you know, like I actually talked to
Nitpicking
my man
around
about
it,
that.
like,
Honestly, though, this
is wrong.
situation, like, with this situation with the young man that just caught him 35 years.
Wait, did the boy die?
Yeah, he stabbed
But
him.
it was an old lady. It was an old white lady there, and she was people was recording her, and she was saying that she was only here to make sure. What was his name again?
Austin or
No, not Austin.
Carmelo?
Carmelo. She was saying that she was only out there to make sure Carmelo got justice. I guess she was at the field that day, and she said that when he grabbed that cleat sharpener out of his bag, the boy, I want to say she said that what was his name? Hunter?
Austin.
Austin.
Yeah, I think Austin.
Austin fell on top of Carmelo, and that's how he got stabbed in his heart.
Mm.
She said that he is not a killer.
Mm.
He did not stab anybody.
I think he should have took the stand. He might as well.
I wonder why he didn't take a stand. Why he
Probably,
didn't
I
take
think
a
they
His
said
attorney
his
goes on.
lawyer and the DA had like firms together and stuff. So even though he was black, he might not have been the best black person for that.
Man, unfortunately, we all not for us.
Sad. I feel like his lawyer was definitely working with the state. They kept
Of
saying he's a
course.
public defender,
Of
but
course.
he's not a public defender. He was working with the state.
Yeah.
I would never ever trust the public defender.
What are you gonna take what you can afford?
Man.
Yeah, and then they didn't even release any of that money to his family until the day of his sentencing. The day he caught him 35 years.
It was all on the news. 600,000 they
They
raised.
say they raised
How could they not
$612,000
give it to his family?
2 years ago. They raised this money 2 years ago. You know how many people have GoFundMe's and they
Right.
raise money for their
Right.
family to bury and have funerals? They froze this family account and released the
It
fucking
is
money the
purpose.
day he
Yeah.
caught 35
It
years.
is
That's
purpose.
like
Yeah.
insane to me.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. Yeah, they did that because this situation is so strong. I mean, I hate that somebody else lost their life, but this is the prime example. And I'm not racist because I have a white grandmother, so I love my white family. And if y'all watching, y'all know I don't love y'all, and I love y'all, and we is. But
Right now, it's about black people and they struggle.
yeah, and it's about our black side and our family.
Right.
So this is a prime example of what I can't stand. Y'all know how white people can't never mind their business.
Never.
They cannot never
Never.
mind their business. I had somebody, I've been arguing with people all day about this boy Carmelo. Right now, I'm just commenting on a post, saying my opinion, not talking to nobody, not clicking nobody comments to respond to them, nothing. why all these people coming talking to me? This is how y'all be getting y'all ass fucked up right here. The same person you trying to defend was the same one that went over there not minding his motherfucking business, trying to find out why somebody else was in his tent and now he done lost his life. They need to mind their business. This is why they get the name Karens and all of that. They feel like they have to be so vocal and they always gotta just know what somebody else is doing. Mind y'all business. Keep y'all comments to yourself sometimes.
It's a culture thing, I believe.
Definitely that. You know, they're always inserting themselves somewhere. It's just like, then when backlash happens, it's like, oh, okay. Because honestly, sometimes this situation don't always happen.
Right.
Yes, there's a history of it happening, but sometimes when them Karens, get involved, they get what they deserve. So it's just unfortunate for this, this young man.
I mean, I do feel like he was too young. He lost his life very young. He didn't get a chance to have kids. He was a twin, so I could see, the devastation from his family. That's really why they made an example out of him. He was a twin. His family
is a young white boy.
Right. They always said they kept referring to him as a innocent boy. Y'all look up the definition of white.
I saw that. I saw it.
That's what they called them. They're innocent. So when they kept saying he's an innocent boy, he's an innocent white boy.
Right.
And they kept emphasizing that Carmelo took something from them.
But also on Twitter there are some things, like some people putting out where he was like saving people's lives when he was younger.
Yeah, he was a little boy saving lives.
So it's like you can just look at him and tell that he's not like a harmful type of person. So I'm just like, it's just looking at him. I ain't gonna lie, I do get emotional. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, this nothing we can do but just voice how we feel.
Absolutely.
I feel like he's gonna be somebody big. I feel like this situation he was used in this situation to be somebody way bigger. Like I really think that he's gonna win the appeal. I feel like there's a lot of high profile.
45, like the Central Park 5.
I'm about to say, you know what? I thought about that.
I feel like it's a lot of high profile people that are watching this case, and a lot of people want to get involved.
Yeah. Like Cardi B said something, Boosie, Charleston, a lot of people are just like donating, to help him.
You got some people that's even attorneys.
Yeah.
There was a guy, he's a white guy. He filed the motion for Carmelo to get his appeal because he said that the information that he told the family, his lawyer would have never told them that because he would have had to fire the lawyer. So they had to fire the attorney and they had to fill out some kind of motion with the appeal. But he's like a high profile attorney and he said he don't want no money for it. He said he usually charged $25,000 to file paperwork, but he don't want nothing from it. He just want to help. So I feel like if other attorneys are coming together and they're doing stuff like this, he's gonna be somebody that is used for this. But he might be on movies.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little hero.
Like people are gonna want to, you know what I'm saying? Like his name is gonna be, and then it's crazy because how ironic is it that he's named after the
Carmelo?
Yeah.
Because that's what I kept hearing about it at first. And I was like, they're talking about the basketball player, but it's it's okay. So, Donna, tell me, I feel like just recently tax preparers and financial people have become the new celebrities. And I learned about this at the Black Tax Fest.
In Atlanta.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah. She was there. And I was like, oh, they pulling up in Benz and Vans. You know what I mean? They got chains on.
Big custom chains.
Draped up and chipped out. And I was like, oh, tax preparers, they say we got money. We want to celebritize our financial, services.
You see, Diamond looked up to
You see, Diamond tell me about this new set of celebrities. Because before the tax preparers was like Mr. Incredible.
H&R Block. Right.
Mr. Incredible was like the tax preparer with the tie and the
people you didn't want to talk to.
Right.
Now you want to talk to them like that.
So
you want them in your video.
Right.
What it is, I feel like now, and what a lot of people are seeing as far as in the glow up with tax professionals is we're not just doing taxes. This is a business for us year round. Like we have structured this business. We have hundreds of preparers that work under our firms, and this is how we are now making millions of dollars in the tax industry. It wasn't like this before because when you first started in the tax industry, you start off as a preparer, you file returns, you really just focus on getting clientele. You want clients. But as you grow in the industry and you learn the industry, you learn that you have to have certain systems in place, and it's bigger than just doing a few returns. You can actually hire people. So if you are somebody that has your own EFIN or you're a service bureau and you sell software to other people, I make a lot of money because I have hundreds of people that hit me up that do taxes already that just need tax software from me. So I provide them with tax software, but I also mentor and train them and their downline. So now, like, instead of me filing all of the tax clients, I ain't really got to file taxes no more. I have preparers that have preparers that have preparers. So I teach other people how to dominate in the industry. I teach them how to go out, hire people, how to make themselves attractable to other people to want to join whatever it is that they're doing. And I teach them how to add systems to their business because, of course, you know, once you start getting to the level of being able to hire people to work for your tax company, you have to have systems in place in order to make those millions of dollars because you can't do it by yourself. So how I was able to scale was I started delegating. I hired a team. I have a team of assistants. I have over 320 preparers. These are just people that file taxes under my software. Then I also sell software to other people that have their own companies, but they need to utilize my software. And of course I mentor them, and we like a big family as well. So I think what it is back in the days, people were kind of gatekeeping how to really get to the money in the tax industry. But now people are figuring it out and we getting to the money.
We done went from Lele to get you back
$10,000
if you got a social security number.
I cannot.
To running system. So
Nah, I can't get you a $10,000 refund if you got a social. Nah, you gonna have to have some.
Lele used to could in 2003.
We don't
Oh
want
yeah.
In 2013, you know that's audited. You better pay all that shit back.
Yeah, IRS is not even playing
Lele
on
can
that
get
because
the
it's so
10,000 if you
now
got a
that's gonna tax
social.
you.
That's what it used to be. That was the extent of black tax.
Yeah. 10,000, no dependents.
Right. If you got a social security number,
Hit me up.
So, Princess Mistress,
Yes, sir.
what you gonna do with your many talents and them silver boots
All the awards you won.
and all
Okay.
these different things that
My
you
thing
do
is,
in
I
this
feel like
world?
when it comes to all that, like, I'm a business major and I am I'm going to be this gigantic, enormous business mogul. I feel like when it comes to not just being an artist, having different things under my belt, like I'm actually a makeup artist, I'm an esthetician, I do hair, I model, artist development, and music is just who I am. I feel like, you know, winning Philly, top hip hop, winning here,
Hold on, I got you.
what was the,
You won ATL Rap Awards,
yeah.
Certificate of Honor, Boss Chick Awards,
Yeah.
nominated Atlanta Rising Star Hip Hop Award.
There you go.
I was watching,
You know,
bro.
that, you know, and then being inducted in the Hall of Fame, I'm just like, come on, bitch. I just kind of feel like with me, I have my own strategy of how I do my music. My top 5 is Sierra, that's my girl. I through high school, she actually helped me get through high school. I personally, you know, used to talk, but you know, over time, you lose connection. But I feel like she's my first love. As far as like, I went through a lot. I was bullied too growing up. It's a lot of us or whatever. So it's just like that. Sierra, Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Brandy, and of course my nigga T.I. He's my favorite male rapper. I just felt like doing all the things that I do and putting them together because of kind of having an abusive, like, I guess, lifestyle growing up or whatever, dealing from my brothers to my father to men and everything else or whatever. My hurt and pain, I forced it and I put it into my music. But I was a dancer first, right? I was a hip hop dancer. So I just felt like,
That's the break dance.
no, hip hop, like Sierra, like Chris, like Janet Jackson, all that. Like, actually, that was like what I wanted to do before I became an artist. I was in the, you know, I was in the church, I was in the choir, I used to lead, sing, praise, but I felt like growing up that was forced on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in certain households it's forced because of my mother's side is 8 of us, on my dad's side is 12.
Good
So
Lord.
it's just like having a gigantic family, and we all were just like multi-talented. But I was an athlete too. I played ball and I ran track. So I just felt like, you know, doing certain stuff. Also at home, I love it. I love you guys, but also at home, I used to like not like going home. I feel like home was a place where, you know, it was so much, well, yeah, crowded, but it was so much trauma. You know, like me and my sister, we used to be so close, so we're not now.
I know about that.
You know, I mean, you know, it comes, you know, forms of jealousy, but I love my sister. I love my mom, and I just feel like sometimes we gotta go separate ways. And you know, we speak when it's holidays and birthdays, but we don't do a, you know.
Oh God, I know that feeling.
Girl, we can talk about this all day.
Right.
I want to hear this freestyle though that you just.
Okay. No, listen. I felt like there was a phase in my life where I went through where I lost, like, you know, I've always been a girl that's been up. What I mean by been up, like, I've always been hustle, go, this, that's with my hands in different things. Also, I'm in the medical field and I do logistics. I'm a lab technician / radiation tech, and plus I know how to drive the equipment.
Why did you find time to do all of this?
Exactly.
But
I
listen,
thought I was busy.
no, but listen, growing up, I'm a girly girl, but I'm not afraid to get dirty.
Right.
I feel like if I gotta go do this to do this manual labor, all right, this is put these steel toes on, long these nails on, and you know, hair done, lashes on, I'm okay. It's just, I just felt like I never wanted to limit myself when it comes to providing for me, because at the end of the day, I love my fiance. You know, that's my boy, but I've always, for me, I've never let a man lead me because, hear me out. Hear me out. Because I felt like I'm still afraid to allow that to happen, because I've had to go so far for myself. Like last year, I lost my 6-bedroom home, my wagon, everything. I've never lost anything in a day of my life. So when I lost everything, I was just like, okay, you know, it was a phase for me. So it's just like, you know, I was forced to go be with somebody. Basically, I was still homeless, and I was forced to go live with a man I didn't want to be with. Me. So now that I've gained my weight back, now that I'm, you know, I'm with Mike and we're doing this, whatever, it's just like, okay, I'm back on up. So freestyling was the way that I always just like had my own thing called Freestyle Fridays. And I used to do it all the time. And I was just like, let me get back to my stuff. So T.I.'s my second male rapper, and it was like, I want to hear you do the what's name. So I was like running through the checker flags, running through the red light. Niggas wanna holler, wanna step, but they have your bed right until the sunrise. Give a fuck about no bedtime. When I step, I'm coming, fuck the flex, just know it's crunch time. Don't catch a nigga claiming me unless it's head fly. Let them know from West Side Atlanta, big head. So I'm about great, I'm a handle mine, and I'm on the grind. Superstars, and I'm on the grind. Yeah.
We just needed a little bit. Just let them know.
Work hard and overtime. Stick to these bitches. Don't leave blind. I just felt like let me kind of step back out, because obviously Life of the Party is my single. I dropped that song when I lost everything, because every guy, like when I go places, I've always been popular, but when I go places, I love everybody. I don't care who you are, what you are, whatever. We're gonna have a good time. You okay? You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody deserves to have that. Girl, don't worry about it. Come on. You know, we out or whatever. You know what? Let's talk later. Let's have fun. And I've always wanted to be that person, because even in high school, again, the popular person hanging out with the widows. So I just felt like it's time for me to get out. I dropped the song, and a lot of guys, when I kicked it with them, they like, oh, you like the party. That's where it came from. So it's just like I dropped that, and then I'm working on my, my second project. I'm sorry, my 11th project, but my second version of Medusa. Because Medusa, I got a tattoo on me.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So I wanted to actually
turning niggas into stuff.
Goddamn right.
Speaking of that,
act wrong, get me fucked up.
I feel like I do it both ways. I do it up here because I'm a very intellectual type of girl. I'm a pretty girl, but I'm not dumb.
Right.
By far. I let them think that. But I turn, people's phones up here and, obviously their hands. But I'm one of those kind of people. I just feel like watching me, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
watching me, hear me talk, hear me sing, whatever. Call myself a siren. That's why I sing in my songs. I feel like
you see what's on my phone, girl?
So I feel like, once I start singing or whatever, I look good, so you gonna look at me. Once I start singing, then when I switch them around, they're like, well, hold on. So I kind of like to fuck with people here a little bit. And I just feel like that's what makes me who I am. And I find myself having the split personalities a lot because of the things that I endured growing up, the things that, that I went through, whatever. And honestly, I feel like my music and my talents keep me alive. How about time management wise? Let's get into that. I've always told myself to keep a regular job. I'm actually about to go get my MLT, which is about to be
What does the ML say?
a medical technologist. I felt like I know the ski, like I kind of been doing the job, but I need to take the state board, and it's like a $300 test. So since I've been out of it for about 4 years, my man. Since I've been out of it for about 4 years, I want to go to school in 4 days. They say about a year, but I don't think it'll take me that long. Once I pass that, because I got offered to do a job for $52 an hour, but I couldn't do it because I don't have that license. I cried. I was like, let me figure some things out. So how I would do it, I hardly ever slept. I go to work. Everything is like, right now I'm planning my next move. Right now I'm planning, like, while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, soaking in everybody's personality, everything or whatever. And I love the fact that you are very well spoken about what you do and you're confident about it. Like, I'm looking like this, man. I love to hear my girls be like, no, this is, and it's like it's no room for error. Like, you just know what you're doing. I love that. Because I feel like a lot of girls say, oh, I do da-da-da. But it's like, okay, I was just like, come on. Like, I'm sitting here like smiling the whole time. So I was like, I love that because I feel like, when it comes to women and girls empowerment, I love that. I love anyone that's comfortable. I love anyone that's confident about what they do. So to kind of jump back to what I was saying, it's one of those things where I felt like structure. I'm a December Capricorn. I'm a hustler. So my music, how I rap about what I do, what I'm doing, what I'm about to do, and I kind of influence people to get more, life and party. I fuck around on the run of town, these bitches want my crown. When I step, know what's going down. Boss bitch is my pronoun. Ain't no double back, I reroute. Love time, nigga, run the streets out. It's one of the things where, like, when I rap and when I sing, it's gonna really, like, give you that motivation to be like, oh yeah, this ain't no near my pedestal. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's one of them. Like, I like to empower. Obviously I'm for girls. But if guys want to do that little one, come on, a little one too. So it's just like, basically how I would do that. I'm going to work. I'm planning things while I'm at work, like driving to work 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. My day is already up here. I'm going to go in here and do this. Get my headphones on or whatever. If I got to go to a patient, leave that job, go driving equipment. 3 days out of the week, I'm still keep chasing my dream because my dream is who I am. I feel like now I'm to a point where mistress, princess, killer, like all of them, I wake up and I'm just like, I'm gonna be princess today. I'm gonna be a little crybaby, I'm gonna be, because like sometimes I don't get a chance to really express myself like I should or want to because of, think about it. When you start expressing yourself, when you're a confident person and when you're very like in tune with who you are, people have a problem.
Baby!
And
Yes, they do.
Don't get me started.
and I don't like the fact that people like to, when you actually check a person, because I don't have to get vulgar or derogatory.
Right.
I'm a degree girl, so I feel like, baby, I can say words that you probably wouldn't understand, because I feel like most people are simple-minded. So when I do defend myself, or when I do speak about, hey, I don't want this, or this not going to work, or this not going to happen, now I'm the problem. But I'm sorry that I actually have standards about who's going to talk to me any kind of way, who's going to approach me, what's going to work, what's not going to work. Honestly, baby, we not going to work. I'm going to see you later. But I just feel like I've always told my girls, when you set the tone with anybody, especially a man, he know how to move with you, boo. He knows how to move with you.
She sound like me. Are you sure you're in Aquarius?
I'm not.
You sure we ain't met in a lifetime or something?
Like,
So it's just one of them things where I just feel like at the end of the day, losing that and relearning myself. I had my little dog, my little Yorkie Poodle, Marco, my baby. I felt like I didn't have nobody but him when I was at Marco. I'm not loving you. So right. So I ain't trying to get emotional, but I just felt like by me coming back to who I am and who I've always been, it's always been a thing. I'm just like, you know what? You're so life for the party. Like self-motivation is one of those things where it's very imperative to do that, but it can be very hard. Because like sometimes when you feel like I don't, what I'm saying, even sometimes going to perform and being around a whole bunch of energies. Obviously, we have to do that kind of stuff, but sometimes it's draining. It's draining. Because what I'm saying, like you're dealing with your own stuff, and it's almost like, all right, bitch, we gotta get in this mirror, we gotta do whatever.
Put it all together.
Right. And then when you go home, you had a moment or whatever, so it's, how I'm juggling. I think now, I'm placing everything based off importance. I mean, everything's important, but I got to prioritize what comes a little bit first. Don't get me wrong. If I didn't have to work or whatever, I'd be on tour right now. But life happens, lawyer things happen, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going, right now, this is where I'm supposed to be in my life. I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to follow what God got going on, and we're going to make it work.
You'll be back.
Diamond, do you have any medulla oblongata, Medusa tattoos, voodoo?
Not voodoo.
I don't have any tattoos, but I'm definitely a part of the religion.
Period.
I'm Asian Bahamian, so.
Okay.
See, I felt it. I'm just surrounded by banshees.
Okay.
We about to run to these necessary or unnecessary.
What you
so I
like?
can get them out from around these banshees.
Why you feel like you gonna suck your soul out or something? Just trip.
Jesus got the wheel to the top.
So actually. So I want to ask both of you ladies something. Mainly towards Diamond. I can relate to both of you, but I can really relate to when it comes to anger management. Being professional. So I can only imagine what it's like for me, but I have no idea what it's like for you. Like for me, I had to take therapy when I was in 8th grade. It was that bad. And then when I got into high school, and then as an adult, it got a little worse, and then I had to take therapy, all kind of therapy. So I've been there, been on the line. I was the one who would always put my hands on somebody first. Even now at work, when you got people over you, and you don't have to worry about that because you're a boss, but you got people under you who probably be like, God damn it, you know what I'm saying? I find myself having to take a step back because I am one of the people who speak up. You know what I mean? I don't. You're not gonna talk to me any type of way.
No.
You're not gonna look at me any kind of way. We're not gonna have that, especially if you're above me. But not only that, I'm older than you too, so it's also hard for me to be that bigger person and be like, you know what? I'm gonna close my mouth. I'm gonna step away because I know if I stay, I won't have a job. So you know what I mean? So it's been very hard for me as of late to go back into my calm state, to my zen.
You know, therapy is good though. You know,
It is, but girl,
you know,
I haven't been in a while.
really.
I haven't either. You know,
And I feel like, especially as women, do you have children?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have children?
No.
Okay.
I have one.
So,
He's 10.
oh, 10, that's a good age. My son is 9, and my daughter is 5. They're both on the spectrum. I also have a husband who has PTSD, military veteran. Okay. So, and then you have me and my anger management.
And you're right.
So I've had to learn how to control it in all of those different lifestyles. My children, you know what I mean? Having to set an example for them.
Right.
Dealing with my husband, with him, when he's triggering, I can't match that energy, and I have to take a step back and be like, wait, excuse me. He might be going through stuff right now, so I'm gonna have to, you know, be the calm one in the situation, and that can be hard.
You know, it is hard.
It's very
I
hard.
know,
Very
that's
very
hard because
very
it's almost
hard.
like
It's extremely hard. Like, honestly, having to deal with my temper, and also like being somebody that is thriving in business.
right.
Man, y'all, like, that was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Like, I feel like out of everything I've been through in life, outside of like me having to learn how to walk again, and like those troubles from like my car accident, my temper, and I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect,
Right.
but for the most part, I kind of have it under control. And that was very hard because as we're leveling up in life, right? Say we have these dreams. We want to make so much money. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to be a millionaire. I thought I was gonna be. If you would have asked me what I would have been probably like 10 years ago, I thought I would be signed to a label to sing. Like singing, I thought I was gonna be like the singer. Like my family, since I was a little girl, my grandparents and my whole family every weekend, like my people like to get drunk because we're all from. My grandmother is from Bahamas, so we're Bahamian, and you know people from the island they like to get drunk. And my family they get drunk every day. But on the weekends, my grandma had this porch that had like steps on it, and I knew how to sing like since I was a little girl. Like I could sing any song, and I could sound like the person that was singing the song. And back when I was a little girl, Erykah Badu used to make shit. And one day I remember I was like, I had to be. I know this was after my car accident because I was in my wheelchair, but I started singing Erykah Badu. I think you better call Tyrone. And I remember being on my grandma's steps, and I was like, I'm getting tired of this shit. And my whole family turned around and was like,
okay.
Oh my God, this little girl can sing. Like, oh my God, and she's cussing. She's singing this song. So
he was a rim shot.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of you. It's so funny.
I had to take my little sip to that. But I used to always sing in front of my whole family. And that kind of like from since I was a little girl, I was always in the spotlight, right? But my anger came from the way that people treated me from what I went through. Like I just wanted to be friends with a lot of kids. I wanted to play with a lot of kids, and I couldn't do those things because I couldn't walk. So because of the verbal and like physical abuse that I've experienced, it turned me into a different person. And I realized that I was very aggressive. And like even still now, like I have to watch myself. But it is so hard, you know, having to channel your anger. But I will tell you what changed me. I was friends with some girls that tried to ruin my life. They were older than me. At the time, I want to say it was like 35, and I was like 23 or 24. These were people that I looked at as big sisters. They were very popular. Like the people that I hung around, they were like the it girls. But I met them because when I was young, my mom always showed me tough love. Like when I was 14, I had my first job. By the time I was 14 and a half, I had my first car. So yeah, like my mom worked young. Like she had a job when she was young. And like my stepdad, he sold drugs. My dad had a regular good job. He worked for the city. I had all three parents. But my mom taught me, always raised me how to live in case something happened to her because I was her oldest child. So she kind of raised me up to be, you know, if something happened to me, you they mom. Like you go out, you work, you learn how to do this, and I thank God for that. But you know, in life, like what humbled me was I was friends with these girls. When we fell out, at the time I had a really good job. I never thought I would have been an entrepreneur, ever. I worked at the VA. I was working as an advanced medical support assistant. Mind you, I'm 23 years old, making like $62,000 a year. To me, that's a lot of money. My rent was nothing but like $850, and I got one child. My man at the time had got indicted on like 14 drug charges. He was gone. So I had to figure it out, and I had a really good job. But when I fell out with my friends, we didn't even fall out. I started telling them because at the time I was somebody that knew how to help get people into apartment homes and stuff, right? And I was telling my friends, like, you know, I got a good job. I don't want to do that no more. Like, you know, that's kind of hustling to me. I don't really want to hustle. I want to be all the way legit and work my job. And you know how like most dudes when they trying to get out the streets and you got some friends that are trying to like pick at you or start beef with you because you don't want to do what they doing no more. Yeah. That's what my old friends was doing. But mind you, we was all hotheads, you know, but I was the youngest. So when I kind of started separating myself, one of my friends who I thought was my best friend or sister, she would get on social media and like talk about me. Like she would tell people like, okay, like at one point in time I was going through a lot of infidelity issues with my man, and she would get on Facebook because I used to be a crash out, and like if I found out that you was talking to my man and you knew about me and or whatever so have you, I'm gonna beat your ass because you playing with me. Yeah, exactly. And you already know what time it is. Yeah, so it's the principle. I used to be the type to where if you fuck with my nigga and I know y'all had sex, you finna pay me for that nut, I'm finna beat your ass and I'm gonna deal with him later. And